Hi guys, so sorry if you're hearing sound. It's my rechargeable fan. Everywhere is quite hot and there's no light currently right now. So I'll off it sometimes and then I'll on it sometimes. So I want to apologize in advance. I don't know where I'm gonna post this video, whether it's gonna be a YouTube video or a snap or a WhatsApp video. The reason why I'm saying WhatsApp is because I usually post a lot on my WhatsApp status, and this video is going to be a longer one, so I don't know what platform I'm going to post it on, but I think I'll post it on my WhatsApp. I might not post it on YouTube. Guys, I want to talk to you guys, and I'm not going to edit anything from this video. I don't think I have the time to edit anything. I just want to be as honest and raw as I can be. I have a first carryover in psychology. If you don't know, for those of you who don't know, I'm a psychology student in the University of Ibadan. I'm currently in my 300 level, and I want to go a little bit back to my journey, and then I will explain from there. And that's why the video might be a bit long. For those of you who watch me a lot on my WhatsApp status, you guys see me going to school. I'm 29. I'm 29 in July. I'm not a baby. I'm just going to touch on a little bit of things, and then I'll just go to the main reason for this video. For those of you who don't know, my parents are late. My mom and my dad are late, and I was in school before. My uncle took us in, my siblings and I, and raised us to the best of his knowledge. And some things happened, and I left home and I left school. I was in school. I was also in University of Ibadan, but I was studying political science, and this was in 2015. And I was in 200 level when I left home and left school. And my mates graduated. I don't know if the fan is disturbing you guys. Let me off it a bit. My mates graduated, went for NYSC, and the rest is history. And I remember then I didn't know what I was doing. I left home for 4 years, and I went back home in 2020. In 2019, I went back home. My mates were already done. They even done going for NYSC. My junior ones already passed me, and I just told myself I wanted to go back to school. One of my uncle was like, "Oh, I'm not going to contribute anything towards your academics. Let me just see how far you can go." But I'm grateful to God that I have a very supportive uncle who believes in me and kind, amazing. Is the one that is good, is my hero, is the father to me and pushed me through it all, even when I don't deserve it. I know so many people who um who left school and don't have a family and they're gone and forgotten, but I have a second chance and a second shot at it. At first, when I decided to go back to school, I was okay, and then when it was actually time for me to actually take the step to go back, I was dealing with weight loss, weight gain. I was extremely obese. I was not in the right mental state, but my uncle believed in me and wanted to give me a chance, and every other person that was waiting for my downfall or they were waiting for me to not be able to go were waiting, and I wanted to prove a point to myself that I can do this. This is still a longer story from where I'm going to, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit background for those people who just see me posting and videoing and they don't really know an in-depth um um story about me. Although I'm gonna leave out some important parts, just some part of the story because of some reasons. I'm just going to talk about the part that concerns this. I know the time is going, it's almost 4 minutes, and I've not even gotten to the point. Well, I want you guys to please listen. I might post it in bits. You can tell me if maybe I'll do it in 3 parts or something. If you want me to post the second part or the third part, I'll post it. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I'm not proud of them. So my uncle pushed me. I was like, "You can do it. You can go back to school." And it's kind of hot, so guys. Now you can do it. You can go back to school. So I started again. I started writing jam. GC, whatever it is I could do. I was the fattest, I was the biggest, I was the oldest. I didn't let that derail me. I had to start looking for lessons because what I was taught then, what I was taught in the books I read for my own syllabus was not what they were reading now, so I had to go back to school and all of that. But I kept pushing, and thankful to God, I wrote JAM. I got admission immediately back to the University of Ibadan. Like the first attempt I made, I got admission, and I got admission. I started preparing because I was in Lagos. I relocated to Ibadan. When I relocated to Ibadan, I was already obese. I was dealing with my weight. I was dealing with low self-esteem. I was dealing with a lot. But I relocated and I was in good faith. School resumed in January of 2021. Yes, and when we resumed school by February, like 4 weeks after the first resumption of 100 level, ASU went on strike, and ASU went on strike for 8 months. By that time, I don't make friends with anybody because we're just new, and I was also in my shell because I was the oldest, and I just felt somehow about it, and I was also very big. I was obese, you know, and for that 8 months, I was indoors. I didn't have any friends. I was new. I relocated back to Ibadan, so I really didn't have people in Ibadan. I didn't have any friends. I relocated to Ibadan. I was new, and I was always indoors, obviously eating more. I didn't know how to do with my food habits. I gained more and more weight. So finally, as I went off strike in October 2021 and school resumed, I was always keeping to myself, and I had no friends. I had no one. I had no one. I was always shy. I was fat, very obese. I was over 150 something kg. I didn't know how to lose weight. I didn't have any friends. So after school, I'll quickly leave school and go home. And by the time first semester 100 level exam finished, my CGPA was a mess. I was struggling with my CGPA. My CGPA was 2 point something. UI CGPA is over 4. I think my CGPA was 2.29 in 100 level first semester. In 100 level overall. But first semester, I mean, when I got to first semester 100 level, by the time we finished the exam, it was hell. I failed woefully. So my second semester, a guy walked up to me and he was like, "Hi, my name is Caleb, and I noticed that you're always by yourself. If you need anything, you can talk to if you need anything, if you need any help in your work, you can talk to me. I'll be your friend." And I told him thank you. And I started opening up to him, talking to him. Oh, I have difficulty in this. And he's like, "Oh, you are the oldest in the department." Not that I was only the oldest, I was also very big, so it was very easy for you to tell. I'm not saying that there's an age stipulation for school. No, I'm not saying that. But there's like this factor of when you're big as a woman, it's more prominent. So it was heartbreaking for me, and I just accepted it. Caleb was there for me. 100 level second semester, I really worked more. I was able to talk to him. I need this, I need that, and he was able to pull me through. People started seeing the two of us together, and at the end of second semester, at the end of exam, they did this anonymous group stuff, and in the group, a lot of people writing now. Caleb, what you they do with this fat girl? What you they do with this fat lady in our department? What are you doing with it? And for the first time, I had to stand up to them. I was like, "Hi, my name is Bella, and I'm the one you guys are referring to. Caleb is someone that helps me, and you guys should not try to bully him away from helping me. Don't try to make him feel bad for helping me, and all of that." And after that, Caleb and I just became friends. He became a brother to me. He was always helping me, pushing me. Some days I don't want to go to school. We were like, "Bella, come to school, come to class. We have tests, we have assignments, we have this." At some point, it was even helping me with my assignments because when I did do assignment, I don't pass it well, so it will help me. Oh, this how you do it. Oh, this how you do it. This how you do it. And I started becoming more open. And by the end of 100 level first semester, 100 level semester, 100 level session, my CGPA was on 2.29. And I know that a huge factor of it went to Caleb's help, because if I had continued on from what I did in first semester, and I did that in second semester, I probably would have failed overall 100 level. by 200 level, things became better for me. Apart from Caleb, I had one other friend. Her name is Moyo. She just came. She was like a sister to me, younger sister to me. I was so close to her. I took her as a sister. I took her as, you know, I loved her so much. Her coming along came with a lot of other people. Before you know it, I became closer to a lot of people. I became closer to like almost like six other people. Not close, but I became more friendly with other people because she had her own clique. And by me being close to her, I became close to other of her clique and everything. And 200 level came. I told Caleb I want to work on my weight loss, and Caleb was my working partner. In rain, in sun, would work together, would work from my department to UI Gate, something I couldn't even do. And before you know it, my weight started going down, and I took you guys along on my journey, and that was how I lost a lot of weight. 200 level was the best level for me. It was my weight was reduced. My in fact I passed 200 level like mad because I became more open to people. I became out of my shell, and I had like people that made me look forward to going to school. Because before I started UI at all, I prayed to God. I said, God, I need you to send me help. I don't know how I'm going to go back to school at this age with my weight and everything. I need you to send me someone. And God sent me Caleb and other people. Actual level was the best. In fact, my CGPA went up from 2.29 to 2.76. Yeah, or 67. I had a very good CGPA and I was so happy. I was so excited for 300 level. 300 level came along, everything went fine. Okay, so 300 level first semester, this semester that we just finished, this is where it happened. So 300 level first semester, my sister gave birth. She gave birth to twins, for those of you who know. And you guys have been seeing me traveling back and forth. If you don't know, I've been traveling back and forth from Abuja to Badon. It's not been easy. I've traveled more than 4 times in the past five months. I've been traveling. So this my sister gave birth ending of my 200 level, I think, also or the beginning of my 300 level. Can't remember, but she gave birth to twins and premature, and one we unfortunately lost the boy. So I had to, travel. I've not seen her, so I traveled, went to go and see her and all of that. And by the time before I could come back to Ibadan, school had resumed, and the first class the lecturer had, by the second class the lecturer had, he gave tests, just random tests, just a test. I think people were not playing in class and all that. Attention the paper and he gave tests. I was like, so when they told me, they have your lecture, don't give test though. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I know they'll give tests, but I didn't think that it would use, because some lecturers when they don't see you in class, I didn't never thought I was gonna use that first year test like the way you did, because you might just give tests. You have like 5 tests in before exam. So when he gave the test, it was just like the second day, second class, at least to my knowledge. The man gave the test and I missed that test. So the I go back from Abuja and all of that. So the second time, I can't remember why. There was something that made me not attend the second CA test. They called me, they were like, oh Bella, the man has given another CA test. And mind you, this course is a mathematics course. It's calculating course. So you have to understand that my brain, number one, is not as fresh as someone who just left secondary school. Like all this my classmates just left secondary school like 3 years ago. I left secondary school like almost 9 years ago or 10 years ago. Do you understand? So more than 10 years ago that I left secondary school. So they are still familiar with all this 2 plus 1. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, when they ask me 2 plus 0, I can't even remember some things in mathematics. So this 200 level course. It's like math, it's difficult. It's psychology. It's compulsory. Okay, it's calculations and all of that. Chi-square, t-test and all of that. If you're familiar with those type of things. So it was difficult for me. So I already missed the first and second CA test, and I'm not the only one that missed it. I think we were like 5 people also that missed one test or the other. Someone missed one test, another person missed both tests. Like we're just plenty. We went to the man's office and we begged the man. The man was like, oh, he's still going to give more tests, so we should be around for the more tests he's going to give. So I was okay, comforted that before you know it, the man is going to give more tests, and he's going to decide whichever one he wants to use. So we were going along the line. Some things happened, and then UI went on a 3 weeks. a 3 weeks compulsory strike because of school fees raise and all of that. And when that happened, unfortunately, by the time we resumed back, it was time for exam. So the man didn't even have the time to give test. I was so worried. I was like, what am I going to do? So this girl called Moyo, I don't want to really mention her name because I still love her regardless. So she's my G. Like this girl is someone that I dot on. Like I even I even pay more attention to her than Caleb that helps me way more than she does. She'll call me. I snap a note for my I read her notes for my test, my everything, like she's my sitting partner. Like I tell her my life story. Like this is something that I don't hide from my classmates. I tell them I was right before and this and that, like, and they always cheer me on, girl, I'm proud of you, girl, you're losing weight. These are people that I love dearly with all my heart. And so